Can you talk about your experiences with Mickey Rourke and kind of the genesis of your...
Hey, Willie. Man, I have a lot of dreams about that. He bought me my first car in 1982. I was 19. And I met him a couple years earlier when I first got to L.A. He was his acting coach, Sandra Seacat, was good friends with my father, Robert Viharo, an actor. And I met Mickey. I was a busboy at Neiman Marcus in Beverly Hills, and Sandra and Mickey and her daughter Greta picked me up at work one day. And I got in the back, and there was Mickey. He was just doing TV movies then, and we started talking about Elvis. We were both big Elvis fans, so we hit it off right away. And he was immediately like my big brother. And I really started hanging out with him because he was in this movie in 1980 called Fade to Black. I became obsessed with this actress, Linda Carriage, who I mentioned earlier. I really wanted to meet her. And so I hung out with Mickey because I wanted to meet her, but he didn't know her. He didn't have any scenes with her. But I got to know Mickey. We became good friends, and then I became good friends with Mickey's fiancée and wife, Deborah Foyer, who was into Live and Die in L.A. And there were magical times because Mickey got famous while we were friends. And I was a busboy in all these restaurants, and I started overhearing his name in restaurants, you know, amongst directors and agents and fans. And I used to run lines with him for his movies like Diner, and he took me to audition for Rumblefish, actually, although I was never an actor. I mean, it's too bad I wasn't an actor because I had this golden opportunity. I mean, I was hanging out with like Sean Penn and Emilio Estevez and Tom Waits and Matt Dillon and all these people in Mickey's circles. But I really just wanted to be a writer. I mean, he was a big fan of Chumpy Walnut. God, looking back on it, I keep thinking, damn, I should have just been an actor. I just didn't have the bug. But, you know, I knew Mickey for years, and then like I said, I got a job working for him, and I kind of went from being his friend to his flunky, and I don't know, we lost touch in the 90s. I did send him a copy of Love Stories Are Too Violent for me when it first came out in the mid-90s, and last time I heard from him, he left a message on my answering machine. He said, hey, Willie, I'm really proud of you. I'm going to take it to the gym and read it. So, I don't know, I haven't been able to get in touch with him since. But like I said, he did buy me my first car, a 1964 Thunderbird. In 1982, I was 19. I just got my driver's license in Houston. I could barely drive. And I went over to his apartment in Beverly Hills, and there was this white 1964 Thunderbird parked out front of his apartment with little dice painted on the doors. And I said, Mickey, you got to come out and see this car. And he's like, yeah, let's check it out. And he was with Lance Henriksen and Lenny Turmo and Deborah and some other people. And we all went down there. And I'll never forget, man, he handed me the keys. He said, it's yours. He bought me a car. So we pile in, drive around the block, and a Beverly Hills cop pulled us over because it hadn't been registered or something. And it turned out to be kind of a lemon, and I didn't have any money. So I sold it to my friend Greg Vargas a few months later. But, you know, it's hard to forget something like that. I mean, you know, early 80s in L.A. Were heady times for me. And I felt I had big promise for my life ahead. So it still haunts me and influences me, that whole era with Mickey. He's like my long-lost big brother.